Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Womenpreneur. Today, we are talking here with Miss Alpana Chhibber, the CEO and co founder of the BOB project and the founder of Brainy DX Technologies. Miss Alpana is building a technology led ecosystem focused on solving the discoverability challenge for women led businesses globally. So, what began in 2022 as a community led networking initiative for women entrepreneurs has now evolved into a global SaaS powered discovery and event booking platform exclusively for women led businesses. Her platform has digitized a thriving ecosystem of over 500 women led brands, helping founders increase visibility, discover collaborations, and access business opportunities, building a meaningful connection through AI enabled discovery tools. Today, she is focused on using technology and AI to make women owned businesses more visible, searchable, and connected globally, helping shift the conversation from networking alone to creating an infrastructure that enables growth and opportunity at scale. So, Ms. Alpana, thank you so much for joining us today on Womenpreneur.
Thank you so much, Amri, for inviting me.
Great.
Yeah.
So, to begin with, let's understand a little bit about your journey and the origin story of the BOB project. So, what was the moment when you were working with different businesses that made you realize that women led brands were struggling with visibility in spite of having exceptional products?
It all started in 2022 when, I've been running an agency for a long time. And that moment I got married, and, then there were more challenges. And then I could, realize that, being a woman and handling, so many things, your business, your both the families, and, so I thought that, and seeing business challenges being an agency, so I thought that it'll be great to have a community of your own tribe where you can discuss, the things that you're struggling with. So, since I come from a marketing background, I was like, whosoever starts a business must know marketing and everything. But then, as and when, the community grew, and I saw them, there's so much potential in women, and they are so good at creating stuff, but then they are not able to market it. And somehow they feel, very confined with themselves, and, they're not that outspoken. So then I realized, and as time went, the community grew because like we were all helping each other, and the agenda for the Bob project has always been that we want to see women entrepreneurs grow to their fullest potential because uh, yeah, I've been working with lot of companies which are like really big and everything. But then whenever I see that there's a structure, management, and perfection of product, there's always a woman.
Mhm. Of course.
But then they're not able to put them out in a way that they can show their potential. So then I think it was like 2024. Then the community started growing on organically, and I was like, when everybody is joining, there should be something for them. So then Shipra also came in, my co-founder, and then she runs a PR agency. So she also was in line with my vision, and she also was like, there's a visibility problem for
Mhm.
them. So then we were like, we can't, just have small meetups and let this be. And, since I'm into product engineering and she's also very brainy, so
Mhm.
then we thought that it'll be great to, have a SaaS platform because the problems like I do interact with US female entrepreneurs also, and everybody is facing the same issue. So
Mhm.
are very good with their products, with their processes, all of that, but then they're not able to put them out. So then
Mm-hmm.
we thought that we need a platform online, which is a SaaS-based platform and should be, globally be there. But then right now the focus is more on Indian because we want homegrown brands, and we have a lot of homegrown brands who are so good with their small products and people don't know about it. Like we have a person who's good in twilling, and she makes jewelry in twilling art.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much variety and so much creativity in women, which they're not able to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was.
So definitely like building a community-led, networking initiative, it must come with its own challenges. Like, so what kind of challenges did you personally face when you were building the BOB project with Shipra Jainama?
So, at times, when it comes to clarity of, will they be using it, there are always onboarding challenges. So at times we have to guide them, this is how it is, and, this is how it'll benefit you. Though they've been in community, I mean, there were some people who wanted to join on their own, but then some people you have to explain that, you have a visibility problem and this will help you grow.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, adaptability is always an issue,
Of
which
course.
which is being faced, and I think uh,
Mhm.
with
So,
time they will realize, and then
so were there any unique challenges? Like you mentioned, initially this was like a community-led networking initiative, and now it is turning into something that is a SaaS powered discovery platform. So what kind of challenges did you face when, transitioning from this phase to this other more technologically advanced phase?
so right now also everybody wants a blend of it, and now and then they say that you're not doing those meetups that often. uh, so I think we'll keep it a blend, and being the discovery platform as well as where you can host your events, we'll put a combination to it because there's a need for both. And
Mm-hmm.
at times, like whatever I may be working on, and uh, I mean, irrespective of how much I love technology, but
Mm-hmm.
then the physical element is a physical element.
Of
So,
course.
so that's why these big events and all of that happen, because and you see that virtual events also do happen, but then there has to be a big event to have
Of
that.
course. It is the companionship at the end of the day that also is a very huge element, right? So like how have the AI enabled discovery tools changed the way that women founders connect with collaborations and the opportunities compared to traditional networking?
So what happens, like in traditional networking, once you're there physically, you're there, and once you're gone, you're gone. You're out of your mind, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this platform, it's kind of an aggregator for all the women entrepreneurs, and like I will add you to the group as you were also a female entrepreneur. So
Mm-hmm.
then you will realize that within the group, people are helping them with their expertise and whatever they have. So we have so many jewelry brands and so many merchandise brands who also share their vendors, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody has need for packaging, so there is somebody within the group who's providing that service, so can jump in. So like in the physical, even when you're there, but then if you have access to such a network, that is also AI enabled. So
Mm-hmm.
the kind of impact and the kind of connections you will build will of course help you build businesses. And like I run a full service agency, and the services are so wide, right from 3D printing to event management to uh, doing the entire digitalization. So the uh, so I need so many vendors, right? And
Mm-hmm.
if I know a vendor and I've that is in proximity, and a trustworthy person, I would always choose that person. So when there is a community and you know that this person is doing that, and you've once had me have had a conversation with her, or somebody known to you is relative, so you get that trust element, and working becomes much easier then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That is the agenda here, because alone you cannot run a business. You need people, you need support, you need mentorship, you need a lot of things. You need
Mm-hmm.
funds, you need everything. So a community is what is needed, and if it is AI enabled, I'm speaking aloud. So if say you need a packaging service, so that packaging trigger can go to all the packaging people in the community, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they know that there's an opportunity for them, and a person knows that it is within the group. So if things are there, I know who to contact, right? So that is how we're thinking.
Great. And now, like moving a little bit deeper into the technology behind it. So, how has the BOB measured the direct connection between increased discoverability and the actual business revenue for the brands on your platform?
So right now, to be really honest, we are not tracking the revenue part, because there are a lot of legalities and everything involved in it. So moving forward, we would do that, but right now we are not doing that.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so like talking about the success of the different brands, like you have over 500 brands on your platform. So like what is the most surprising success story that you've seen from a women-led brand that has joined you?
Okay, so there's this diamond brand which is there. So we were all not aware that within the group, I mean, she's done a really good business. I can't tell you the number, but then it was an eye opener for us that behind the scenes such things are happening.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And so like of course you do have a vision for BOB, the BOB project. So what does your roadmap kind of look like when it comes from like scaling from 500 to over 1,000 businesses? And what are the key milestones that you're looking ahead at in the next 1 to 2 years?
So right now the thing is like we've planned certain features, which will be aired once we reach the desired figure, that is 1,000 plus brands. So we'll be coming up with the offers module, wherein these brands can put their offers after we reach 1,000 uh,
Mm-hmm.
plus, and also. Simultaneously we're working with investors also, so that we can have them on board, and they can see what all businesses are there and the potential ones can be funded. And so that is in the roadmap. Plus we will be coming up with the mentorship module as well. But then right now, like we have 1,000 plus as our baseline. So after that we'll be airing which module will come when.
Mm, that's quite great. And what personally drives you to, continue building infrastructure for women entrepreneurs? like you said, a lot of women are like, okay, we kind of just need the community support. We want the networking. We want the womenhood in this women-led brand. So rather than that, what is kind of personally driving you to build an infrastructure for it instead?
So to be really honest, I mean, alone things can't work, and I have faced this challenge, and you know, people in the same industry also feel that this person is our competition, but it's not true. Every business is different, and uh, you if you see China, why they are growing so much, because within the system, within the category, they operate it in a way that nobody's competition.
Mhm.
And so and infrastructure is very much important, because when you run a business, you don't know when your employee leaves. You
Yeah.
don't know, when the market crashes. But then if you join hand with the same segment, and you know that, my say my developer is really unwell and I have to push a thing. So if I have a backup, I can at least do something about it. So,
Mhm.
that's the power of infrastructure. So, you need a proper infrastructure in terms of various kind of needs also, because, at times, I mean, all the businesses are at different stages, and at different stage there are different challenges, and, uh, all of that. So the infrastructure helps in all those areas. Like what when I started, my basic needs were different. Business operations needs were different, but
Mhm.
now they are different, and because the levels have increased, the departments have increased, and those challenges, then the legalities come into being. And so if you don't have an infrastructure access, you will not find ways to grow. You will be stuck there. So
Mhm.
that's the driving thing that keeps me moving. That at every level, I mean, you grow every day, right? So, and same goes for your business. So whether you're facing losses, but then it's a learning, and still you're
Mhm.
growing away.
Yes.
So that ways you need support of people higher than you as well,
Mhm.
and you need to have that rhythm going to
Mhm.
excel.
Of
Yeah.
course, learning from the older generations is actually how the newer generation kind of pushes forward. So, a brand, a business that has been in the business longer than a, relatively younger brand, definitely there are quite some learnings that the womenpreneurs or entrepreneurs in general also learn from the past. So,
Yeah,
with this,
and
I
again,
would,
vice versa, I would say, because like now we're at that segment wherein we want to know the Gen Z part as well. So it is the mix of everything. So
yes.
when there's a new startup, women joining, so all the middle segment businesses are very keen on knowing their views on stuff, because we have to prepare for them.
The next
So,
generation, yes.
so the learning is they learn from us and we learn from them also. How
Mhm.
so you, that's the power of infrastructure and ecosystem.
Definitely, definitely. And to end this, brilliant conversation, quite insightful learnings that I've learned, I want to know from you what is one key message that you want the womenpreneurs across India, across the globe, to hear about visibility, discoverability, and accessing opportunities that are available to them.
So one thing I would suggest everybody who's jumped into the business is that this is one day, it will pass. At times we will feel that we're collapsing, but then you have to be very confident in showing up, the visibility part. You have to show up to the market, to your office, to your responsibilities, and that will keep you going. There'll be days when you will feel that nothing is working, but then you have to show up. You have to be visible all the time,
Mhm.
and once you're visible, things will happen.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your journey and your vision with the BOB project. Your work to make the women-led businesses is like more visible, searchable, and kind of connected globally is creating an infrastructure that I'm sure that many women entrepreneurs will adopt and scale and succeed in the future. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us in this conversation today. It was a pleasure
Thank
to
you
learn
so
from
much.
you. Thank you.